Welcome to another episode of Starfleet Cinema, the series where we honor Star Trek talent contributions to non-Star Trek media. In today's episode, we continue our look at the Metal Gear franchise by examining the Star Trek talent in both English and Japanese who contributed to the games in the forthcoming Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. But before we begin, and with our most extreme apologies, we have a profile that was intended for part 1 of this video, but was mistakenly left off of the final release. Born in London, England, United Kingdom on July 25, 1937, Paul Collins provided the English voice of the CIA director in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. For Star Trek, Collins, perhaps best known as the voice of John Darling in Disney's 1953 classic Peter Pan, portrayed Zlenko, leader of the Null Ennis in the first season Deep Space Nine episode Battle Lines. And now, on to the profiles for Volume 2. Born in Los Angeles, California, United States on May 27, 1935, Lee Merriweather provided the English voice of Big Mama, also known as Eva, in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. In this capacity, Merriweather took over the role of Eva from Jodie Benson, who, as billed under the name Suzetta Minet, portrayed a younger version of the character in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Merriweather also appeared in one of the live-action video cutscenes that plays as the game is installed, as a celebrity interviewer speaking to Solid Snake's actual English voice actor, David Hayter. For Star Trek, Merriweather portrayed Lysaira in the third season original series episode That Which Survives. Born in Summit, New Jersey, United States on December 18, 1962, James C.A. provided the English voice of Jonathan, a member of Rat Patrol Team 01 in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. For Star Trek, C.A. portrayed the voices of multiple characters on Lower Decks, most notably Cal Taurus in the third season episode A Mathematically Perfect Redemption. A full list of other characters he voiced can be found at the link in the pinned comment below. Born in Silver Spring, Maryland, United States on January 20, 1952, Dave Fennoy provided the English voice of Ed, Sub-Commander of Rat Patrol Team 01 in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. He also provided miscellaneous voices to the English version of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. For Star Trek, Fennoy provided the voice of Klingon Captain Kagran in Star Trek Online. Born in the Queensboro of New York City, New York, United States on April 26, 1962, Deborah Wilson provided the English voice of the beauty form of Crying Wolf in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. For Star Trek, Wilson provided the voices of multiple characters, most prominently Lisa Cusack in the sixth season Deep Space Nine episode The Sound of Her Voice. A full list of those characters can be found at the link in the pinned comment below. Both of the voices of Amanda Valenciano Libre in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker contributed to Star Trek. Born in Edogawa Ward, Tokyo, Japan on January 22, 1972, Romy Park provided the Japanese voice of Amanda. For Star Trek, Park provided the Japanese voice of Ryota Uhura as portrayed by Nichelle Nichols in Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan through Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country. Born Erin Gray von Oosbury in Fort Ord, California, United States on August 24, 1973, Gray Griffin, as billed under her original stage name Gray Delisle, provided the English voice of Amanda. For Star Trek, Griffin provided the voice of Damon Nandi in the first season Star Trek Prodigy episodes First Contact and Time Amok. Born Makoto Terada in Musashino City, Tokyo, Japan on August 8, 1944, Mugihito performed the Japanese voice of CIA Station Chief Hot Coldman in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. For Star Trek, Mukihito was the second Japanese voice of Jean-Luc Picard, portrayed of course by Sir Patrick Stewart, in Star Trek The Next Generation, its spin-off motion pictures, and Star Trek Picard. Born Yoshitada Otsuka in Tsuyama City, Okayama Prefecture, Japan on May 19, 1954, Hochu Otsuka, no relation to Japanese Solid Snake actor Akio Otsuka, provided the Japanese voice of Vladimir Alexandrovich Zerdornov in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. For Star Trek, Otsuka provided the Japanese voice of Data, portrayed of course by Brent Spiner, in The Next Generation and its spin-off motion pictures. Next time on Starfleet Cinema, join us as we begin our look at the Disney Legends class of 2026 by taking a look at the Star Trek talent contributions to the Disney career of Disney Legend designate and legendary film producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Until then, take care and live long and prosper.